When you pick champion, if you die one time, you have to reassess yourself to ask yourself what it is I'm doing wrong. Because if you die another time, then the rune is useless. But that is. Welcome to Rubo Okame Gaming. Today I'll be showing you my build that I use in season 2 to season 5 with JINX on JINX. The build that I've used to climb rank with on JINX. Alright, there we go. This is the build right here. Full crit, 75% crit build that I call it. Or you could just call it AOE damage, area of effect damage build. Either one will do. The build works like this. You go for Infinity Edge first. If you could get it before the dragon, good. But if you can't get it, then I recommend depending on how your team set up and position before the dragon, or if they have wards around the dragon, then I recommend you recall even though your team is going to the dragon right now to pick it up. But if you can't, then I suggest you go into the team fight either ways without it. If you can't get it, then I recommend you go BF sword and then hold on to that BF sword inside the team fight. Because the build that I'm gonna show you right now, you'll deal enough damage even if you have a BF sword alone. Right, after the BF sword, you want to get glutinous greaves. After the glutinous greaves, you want to get ruins hurricane. But if you have a lot of kills in the early game, I recommend you go for stasis enchant. But if you don't have a lot of kill and you only have one death, and you feel you could do without the stasis, then I recommend you go Protobelt. Alright. After you go for the enchantment now, you want to go for Ruins Hurricane after the Glutinous Greaves or the enchantment. For the more damage, the attack speed, the crit, and the area effect damage it does give to you when you use the rocket. Your rockets will be able to hit more than one person, even if they separate from each other, thus dealing more damage towards the entire team, enemy team, together. After you get the Ruins Hurricane, you want to get Last Whisper to deal more damage to tear through the armor pen, to tear through any form of armor. Like if they have a lot, like let me show you. If they have like Iceborne, Tormill, any form of armor right here, armor, 75 armor, those type of armor. Since those armor is just flat, that just add up. In a percentage, it's just flat armor. I recommend you go for some kind of item that has some form of percentage. 10% armor penetration will deal a significant amount of damage to those form of armor. Like even if they build that dance, you still be able to deal damage to them. It wouldn't be a lot of damage, but it will still be some form of damage. But when you get the entire item, that's when you start to deal. That's when your damage will start to hit. Alright. You just finish this item depending on the situation. If you feel like you need the anti-heal, the damage that it does give from the mortar reminder, then go for it after the Ruins Hurricane. If you feel you need more sustain, then go for the Bloodthirster. The Bloodthirsters give you 50 attack damage, 25% crit rate, and 15 physical vamp. The 15 physical vamp will allow you to build up a shield each time you hit the opponent. The shield will increase depending on, I think it's your level. Yeah, I think it's your level. Because it looks like it's showing its scale in here, so I believe it's on your level. Like if you're level 9 or something, but it depends on how much people it hit, actually. It could be that it depends on how much people hit, but I'm not too sure myself. After you go for the Bloodthirster, you go for the Guardian Angel. The Guardian Angel could actually go right here depending on how much skills you have. How much skills you have determined what item comes after the Ruins Hurricane. These two items, you cannot, hear me what I'm saying, you cannot skip these two items. These two items are her core items on this build. On this build, these two items are the core items. After you do that, if you feel like you have like 6 kills or 8 kills, just say you have a lot of kills, like if you have 2 kills and you have not died, I recommend you go for the Guardian Angel after the Ruined Hurricane. You cannot skip the Guardian Angel if you have 2 deaths. I mean, two kills. Alright, in that order, there are times you will feel like you'll get bursted down by magic damage, like Fizz, like AP champions, like Lux, like Seraphine. When you're playing in your lane and you feel like you're getting a lot of damage from Seraphine, or you're taking a lot of damage from Lux. I'm taking a lot of port damage too, but nevertheless magic damage. You'll want to go for this cloak right here. You'll go for this cloak right after you go for the BF sword. That way you reduce the amount of damage you take from these magic damage champions. After you get these two items here, you want to finish the Infinity Edge into the Ruined Hurricane. Into the this right here. This build right here is where you just want to go against when you feel like when you're taking too much AP damage. Like, you know what I'm talking about. AP, like what I just suggested. Like Akali, like Lux, You want to go for Wits End right after for the sustain, for the 50% magic resist, and the attack speed is really nice as well. And the bonus magic damage that they deal to is pretty good. In this order right here. Well, in the order I'll show you just now. Let me see here. Now, right. So this right here, you want to go for this in between. Depending on the situation, I recommend you go for it in between your games. What I mean by that, like if in the early game you feel like you're taking a lot of damage from the enemy, then I recommend you go this. I recommend you go this. The cloak, magic resist cloak from the Wits End. Yeah, I think that is already good right there. Alright, yeah. Let's go for this after after this. After you go for the Infinite Edge, I recommend you go Wits End after, depending on the situation. That way you can have the attack speed and you can deal significant amount of damage as well. But you cannot skip this. You cannot skip the Ruined Hurricane on this build. On this build. Alright. For the runes, I recommend you go Conqueror, Champion, Hunter Titan, and Sweet Tooth. For Conqueror now, you want to go either Fleet Footwork or Lethal Tempo for the attack speed. Lethal Tempo into Champion. When you pick Champion, if you die one time, you have to reassess yourself to ask yourself what it is I'm doing wrong. Because if you die another time, then the rune is useless. But that is if you have a lot of kills and you have if you have the Infinity Edge and the Ruined Arcane, then I don't think you have to worry too much. Like the Conqueror, the Champion is only good when you're alive, when you did not die for 2 times. So I say if you die 2 times by getting ganked by the enemy by 4 man on top of you and you can't help it, then there's nothing you could do about it right there. You could just rely on the items to deal the damage and the conqueror to deal the damage as well. You can rely on the conqueror as a fallback in case of the champion rune after you lose it. For the time for Hunter Titan runes now, I recommend you go Nullifying Orb if they don't have a lot of CC. Otherwise, if they have a lot of CC, just go Hunter Titan for the HP and tenacity. For the last part now, you want to go sweet tooth or demolish for it to so you can destroy the enemy turrets faster. That way you wouldn't have to no. Jinxes take turns extremely fast depending on the situation, but Jinx when Jinx takes a turn, it feels like she'll take it a lot fast, really faster when a lot faster with demolish. But beyond, if you don't need the demolish, I think she still take the turn pretty decent. Like when she's taking turns, it's pretty decent. It's not that horrible, but it's decent. As for the spells, you want to go for barrier and flash. And to prove that I am not talking nonsense about this champion, let me show you. Damn it. As you can see, I've played this champion for 216 matches, and I don't play PvP, I only play rank. So that is why I'm able to give you my understanding on how to play this champion. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video.